Hunters have always been the first to venture into the wilderness. Whether driven by necessity or a thirst for adventure, it is hunters who dare to go where most others won't. Brothers Chris and Casey Keefer represent the modern-day hunter. For most of their lives, the Keefer brothers have tested their skills as survivors in some of the world's most dangerous and unpredictable landscapes. Dropped with only a sidearm for protection and the clothes on their backs, together they will spend the next month scratching and clawing their way over 100 river miles through a land ruled by predators. In a race against time, supply-yielding caches will be placed by the producers throughout their journey. To acquire them, the brothers must beat the clock. As Mother Nature threatens to choke the North with ice and snow, for the first time, the Keefer brothers will find out what it's like to be cast into the wild with virtually nothing. This is Dropped. Deep in the heart of the Alaskan wilderness, seasons can change with little to no warning. Ice and snow can bury the Brooks Range in a matter of hours. It's common for many stretches of Alaska's interior to become completely covered by more than 5 feet of snow. Temperatures regularly plummet to -40 degrees. Plant life goes dormant or dies out completely, while hundreds of animal species attempt to scratch and claw their way through the long, cold season. Certain biological traits like long legs, hoofed feet, and thick hollow fur are essential to the survival of some of Alaska's biggest game species during these brutal months. Those who are unable to adapt are forced to move on to milder, more livable terrain. When that switch is flipped, the brothers will have no choice but to escape or risk getting stranded in the frozen north. Chris and Casey Keefer are set deep in Alaska's Brooks Range. Having found a suitable campsite, the brothers have settled in for the evening. However, a substantial dip in temperature keeps the brothers awake long into the night as they huddle next to their fire to keep warm.
I'll tell you what, it's cold. Yeah. The nights are long. We're trying to catch any type of Z we possibly can. I mean, any type of shut-eye. That's the problem. But it's a half hour at best. It's just cold, man. No other way around it. We'll try to do it in shifts, like I'll sleep for a little bit, then Casey will go, then I'll sleep, man the fire. But the biggest thing is trying to stay warm. Yeah, the thing is, you don't want to sleep on the ground. Try to lay down moss or try to lay down spruce boughs or something, but I mean, all it's really doing is prolonging the inevitable. But I'm telling you, man, it is too brutal. It's freezing out here.
The bone-chilling night has left Chris and Casey restless. Yesterday's brief excursion around the oxbow revealed fresh moose sign. Hoping to capitalize on their good fortune, the brothers set out at first light, each going their separate ways to double their chances.
Downriver. Yep, I'll follow this oxbow back and around.
Okay. Can see for a good distance. There's a meadow on the other side that I can see. One of the reasons we picked this camp is because we have this long straightaway of river. Very rare up here to get a long straightaway like this. So that's why we pulled off. Not only that, we have this oxbow behind us, and this oxbow goes all the way around, and it's a dried up creek bed. It runs all the way around the other side, which makes for easy packing and access to land that we normally wouldn't have access to. So it's actually a really good spot. With Casey back there and me up here, we continue to call and get something to come in. However, I just don't know if the moose are here. That right there is exactly what we're looking for. That's pretty fresh too. It's all torn up. What these big bulls do is they'll come up to these willows, get their antlers in them. When they get their antlers in them, they start raking back and forth, and then they bust these off. And I've seen some old breaks walking out here, but this is definitely the freshest one that I've seen. There's a little bit of rub on this one next to us too.
Fresh breaks are a sign that a moose may still be in the immediate area.
One of the nice things about splitting up is I can come this way and I can call. And I'm calling to all of this back here. And with him going that way, he's basically calling to everything on that side and on the other side of the river. So essentially we can work both sides at one time. And if there's a bull in the area and he hears us, he's coming in, so.
The Keefer brothers have set their camp on the outskirts of a dried-up section of river known as an oxbow. Chris and Casey know that moose frequently use these areas as a travel corridor, so they've decided to split up once again, each walking the oxbow from opposite directions. Fresh prints and scrapes prove that a moose may still be in the area, which drives the brothers deeper into the timber.
It's a good-looking area. You can definitely tell that the moose are in here. There's tracks all through here. Casey and I are following his tracks right now. We know he went this way. No matter how far we go to pursue him.
Chris and Casey Keefer are tracking an adult moose a few hundred yards from their campsite. Thick timber hinders their view as they stalk the surrounding wetland. A bull moose in rut can become extremely aggressive, and with limited visibility, the brothers must proceed with utmost caution. When stalking an adult moose, Chris and Casey will grunt, scrape, and purposely break branches and twigs to act like a rival bull. They do so to draw the attention of any bulls in the area by issuing a challenge of dominance, which will hopefully draw them in closer.
This is obviously a place that they use. He's still within earshot, I know that much. What do you want to do? It's hard to leave an area like this when you find it.
The moose is the largest member of the deer family, ranging in size from 800-pound cows to bulls weighing over 1,600 pounds, reaching up to 6 feet tall at the shoulder. Moose fur grows in varied shades of black and brown and is hollow to insulate the animals from the bitter cold. Bull moose carry massive antlers that can extend 6 feet wide and are used to fight with other bulls for breeding rights. A bull's antlers are shed after the breeding season and grow anew each spring. These primarily solitary animals are herbivores, surviving on aspen leaves, birch, willow, pondweeds, and grasses. These sparsely populated animals can prove extremely difficult for Chris and Casey to locate in Alaska's expansive landscape.
Well, let's check back by the river. Get a hot fire going.
Yeah, go back. Go back towards the water right there.
The brothers know all too well that tracking a moose can take time. Opting to be patient, they head back to camp. While Chris does one final sweep of the area, Casey sets to work revitalizing the fire.
We still got a little bit of fire burning here. So the bottom line out here in Alaska is this. A lot of times your bigger wood is gonna feel wet on the outside. It's gonna feel like it's wet because it's been exposed to the elements. When in reality, the inside and the core of the wood is dry and it's good burnable wood. So what you need is something that's gonna burn fast and burn hot enough to get all of that moisture out of the outer layers so that you're left with that good dry core on the inner layer of wood. That's what spruce is gonna do for you. So another little trick that I like to do when I'm out here is I like to take the pieces of wood that I'm about to put on the fire next, and I like to kind of box those off to start to dry this wood out that much faster, so when it finally does go on the fire, it's dry and ready to go.
Okay. Hey,
What?
this is gonna change things.
What do you mean change things?
Apparently there's an extreme cold front that's gonna lock in this valley.
Extreme cold front.
High of 11.
11.
Yeah, we only got 2 days.
2 days?
That's what it's saying, 2 days to extraction. I mean, basically it just says that there's an extreme cold front coming in that's gonna lock in this valley. If we don't get out, we could be stuck on the river because it'll freeze over.
That's unbelievable.
It'll take a while for this river to freeze in, but you know how it is when those edges start closing in? Ice and rafts don't work.
No.
We still have to find the cache.
We got a long ways to go.
Yeah.
Like
we
a
still
really
got a long way to go to push in 2 days. We're gonna have to be literally hauling.
You mentioned there goes moose season.
Yeah, I mean, with 2 days, there's no way we're gonna take down a moose.
I'm not prepared for 11 degrees, man. We're gonna have to row for 2 days, like not just float. Like we're gonna have to row, push for 2 days straight because we have a long ways to go.
Well, let's just load this meat up as fast as we possibly can.
Yeah, we gotta go. We're running out of daylight fast.
You let them know we got it.
A severe cold front is moving in, threatening to blanket the Brooks Range in ice and snow, cutting the brothers' journey short. They will have to row almost non-stop to make extraction, so they must hit the river as fast as possible.
Put that leg across. This is the last of it.
Even when in a hurry, the brothers must take extra care to keep their raft balanced. Chris and Casey load their cargo in the center of the raft to counter their own weight on the bow and stern. The caribou meat is loaded onto the sling seats to keep it from coming in contact with the wet floor. Uneven weight distribution creates increased drag on one side, which can cause the brothers to lose control of the vessel, sending them on a collision course with dangerous river obstacles. A fully loaded raft will also push them farther down into the waterline. If loaded improperly, the raft can become damaged by the rocks or debris on the river bottom. A balanced raft is essential to the brothers' safety and their ability to continue floating toward extraction.
Well, it's been getting noticeably colder.
Oh my God, yeah. Ready? If they're coming in early for us, and we're gonna have to push now.
We're gonna have to literally straight, like, push.
Row, spike camp, row.
Yeah.
And just keep hammering.
It's gonna start freezing in. Anywhere there's slack water, anything like that, any of that stuff, that's all gonna start to freeze.
I know, but there's no other option at this point. So let's hammer it out.
Chris and Casey Keefer are making a hard push to their extraction site. In less than 48 hours, an Arctic storm will blanket the Brooks Range, making it nearly impossible to pull them out. Their last-ditch hope is the unknown contents of the fourth and final supply cache. They can only hope it will provide them with the gear they desperately need to withstand the inevitable onslaught of ice and snow.
We still got a long ways to go.
Get there and see if we can't just find something that's gonna help us through that, because not prepared for that cold, man.
Well, we got a interesting inReach message this morning. Basically forced us to pack our stuff and go. There's supposed to be some cold weather kicking in here any moment in the next couple of days, which could cause us to freeze out. And the last thing you want to be is stuck on an Arctic river when it starts to freeze, because if it freezes out, you can get into some serious trouble quickly. So we're just trying to hurry our way down the river, but I really don't like doing anything in a hurry down here. It's one of those deals where when you find yourself in a hurry, you find yourself in trouble. So
winter has finally arrived in Alaska. With temperatures threatening to hover in the low teens, Chris and Casey are forced to abandon the promising hunting grounds. Rivers can freeze throughout this deep in the Alaskan wilderness, which could force the brothers to carry their gear. With over 50+ miles ahead of them, the brothers will have to make a hard push to reach extraction before the inevitable freeze-out.
Not really looking forward to an extreme cold front, but it happens here in Alaska at any given moment. Just kind of puts pressure on things for us, because we're not anywhere near where we should be in order to get to that extraction point. So we're just trying to navigate our way through the river, and it seems to be kind of splitting and getting windy, and it's just a matter of staying on track at this point. It's got a good flow, but still got a lot of river to go, and not a lot of time.
Alaska is home to over 12,000 rivers and more than 3 million lakes bigger than 5 acres. These freshwater resources are vital to the state's many animal species. As the average temperatures begin to continuously hover below the freezing point, these water sources start to freeze on the surface. As the temperatures continue to plunge, the ice penetrates deeper into the water column and spreads from shore to shore, and at times even freezing from surface to floor. The fish inhabiting these freshwater resources are able to survive with increased oxygen levels under the ice, but they become inaccessible to the other species who depend on them. Drinking water becomes scarce, and animals are forced to eat snow to stay hydrated. For the brothers, frozen water is a sure sign of danger and a signal that winter is closing in on them.
Oh, the temperature's starting to drop already. But now that we've got this kind of early pickup scenario and this cold front coming in, kind of changes the plans.
starting to get into some windy stuff. We're looking for the cache right now. It's really starting to split off. We're just trying to get the right channel because it really is braided. And it's just kind of just starting, we can tell. I mean, they're all starting to meet back up again, but I don't know. It's getting to be a little bit hairy at the moment. Hopefully we continue to pick the right one. We can find this next cache.
Chris and Casey Keefer are attempting to outrun an Arctic cold front threatening to cover the Brooks Range in ice and snow. The brothers' last hope is their fourth and final supply cache, but its exact location and contents are unknown to them. The cache may help the brothers survive the impending storm, but searching for the gear is wasting valuable time.
Okay.
You find it?
No. See anything?
I can't find it either. I walked all over here.
I took that whole section over there and walked it. There's 100 channels.
I know. I walked all the way back through here. Walked this whole thing all the way back through like that. There's nothing back there.
I did the same with all this right here. I mean, I don't know. It's not giving me like the exact coordinates to the foot of where it's at, but I mean, it could be in the right channel, the left channel.
We don't have time, dude. We're running out of time. That's a problem. I'm not going to sit here and mess around for an hour looking for this stupid thing.
We have to do something.
We got miles and miles and miles of rowing to do.
Yeah, but what if it's something where like, I mean, it's a cache. It could have a hint in it for all we know. It could have
nothing in it. It could have literally nothing. It could have a flashlight in it. We could spend hours out here looking around for this thing and not find it. I mean, there's literally 15 braids right here, if not more.
So what are you saying? Just fold on it and go? Just leave it? Because if we leave it, we're not going to have whatever's there. Even if it is a flashlight, we're going to have nothing. So if we leave it and we can't find it, we're gone.
We don't have it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know.
We don't have it now. So what's the difference?
Because I'm freezing and the temperature's dropping drastically by the second. The snow line's coming down and it's getting cold. I'm sitting here thinking, you know, there's a cache somewhere right around here. It's just a matter of what channel.
Well, we got a valley that's literally 3/4 of a mile, if not a mile wide, that's full of braids, dude.
I've never seen braids like this ever.
We're not gonna find it. That's the bottom line. I mean, it's free.
Well, at this point, I'm gonna give it at least 10 minutes. I'll go out this outside channel. I'll walk the big circle. 10 more minutes. If I can't find it, I'll call it in.
You give it your 10 minutes. I'll be back at the raft.
Great. Great. Even man completely fend for himself. Figured out. We got a complete cache full of supplies.
The brothers have arrived at an impasse. The river has transformed into a series of networking channels and islands known as braids. These knolls offer an infinite amount of places to conceal the cache's location. While Casey heads back to the raft, Chris makes one last desperate attempt to find the gear. With inclement weather fast approaching, Chris knows he must quickly find the hidden gear in the maze of braids, or risk missing their extraction.
I'm the one that had the GPS. I'm never gonna hear the end of this one. Like it was my fault. Come on. Hands are freezing.
Unable to find the gear, Chris is forced to admit defeat.
Find cache.
He must forfeit the cache and its contents, whatever they might have been, to continue downriver. It's been 7 days since the brothers hunted the confluence. Since then, they've taken down a bull caribou, tackled dangerous river obstacles, come face to face with a male grizzly,
You know he's gonna come.
survived long sleepless nights, and have been forced to abandon fertile hunting grounds due to an Arctic storm.
Front high of 11.
With less than 2 days before extraction, the brothers have forfeited their fourth supply cache.
There he is. Can't find the cache.
No, I can't find the cache.
I could care less about that
Well,
cache.
at least I
right
gave it an effort. I can't
now. What I
find the
care
cache.
about is
I
when that plane
validated it.
lands on that gravel bar, I'm standing there ready to get on it.
You do what you want. I can't find the cache.
Let's go.
So
Maybe we'll freeze up. We'll have plenty of time to look for it during the spring thaw.
Let's hit the river then. That's great. Well, we just left load of equipment behind that we can't find.
We don't have it now. We don't need it.
I'm gonna make for a merry traveling route.